Okay, let's start. Today we'll discuss about AWS auto scaling. So why do we need auto scaling? So before jump into auto scaling, let us see what we have discussed till now. Okay, so let us save this ALB, NLB, HTTPS. Okay, and let us close this. Okay, so till now we have discussed simple how the application workflow will looks like. Okay, and we have our EC2 machines here, and we have our load balancer somewhere around nearer to our required region. Okay, like this, and we are coming with the DNS provider, and somewhere here we have internet, right? So let me write it down. That's ELB, and this one is domain, and this one is our internet. Okay, and these are the EC2 machines. So as of now we have seen like this. EC2. So this is how the architecture will looks like in real-time environment also. But there is a risk in this architecture. There is a risk in this architecture. So what is the risk? So assume risk means there is a chances of risk, but so with we know there is a chances of risk, then how we will go and we will design this architecture. So I'll give one example here in real-time scenarios. So you are going in a bike without helmet. So uh, in metro cities, like they will compulsory they will check if you don't have any helmet. If there are police, they will catch and they will do a fine. So they may catch and they may not. If they are there, they will catch. So that is a one type of risk we can consider. In the same way here also, assume we have considered. So for our domain, we are getting somewhere around 1000 requests. So as per 1000 requests, we have designed our EC2 machines with the required compute capacity of T2 T2 large instance type. Okay, now what happened? Both are the T2 large instances we have taken. So this is fine. So assume tomorrow one movie trailer is releasing. So where your application is, you hosted there. So whenever your teaser is coming, what will happen? Like all the guys and like advertisement will start like over the internet. We can't expect how many people will watch our domain with the trailer, right? That time what will happen for these 100 users? As per our calculation, T2 large, 2 instances is more than enough. Okay, but so assume now your website is having somewhere around 1 lakh request. Okay, so 1 lakh request you are having. Then what is the situation for your EC2 machines? So whenever you are getting the response from the EC2 machines, whenever you are requesting, you will get the response via load balancer. So if your EC2 instance is not fair enough to serve the incoming request, what will happen? EC2 server is going to in hang state or memory full or CPU utilization is completely occupied. You won't get the response. Your website will be down. So that is a risk here. Okay. For this one, what is the best idea? What is the best idea? How we will solve this issue? Okay, with the help of AWS auto scaling, we will solve this issue. Okay, how we will see that one? Okay, let us navigate here, and okay, so auto scaling. What is auto scaling? Generally, auto scaling is nothing but automatically scales the infrastructure in AWS terminology, right? So it will grow and sync, or else I will tell it will scale out and scale in as per required, okay. That is, assume CPU of 80% you given, so then what you'll do, scale out. The same way, what we'll do, just this CPU percentage is of at 40%, just scale in, okay. Scale out means adding additional servers, additional workload, additional load, additional compute power, okay. Compute power or instances. Here removing the compute power or your instances. All right, so whenever you have any demand, I mean whenever you are having like more user hits to your website, what will happen in the back end? Our EC2 machines is there, right? That whenever it is running and the user hits is there, our CPU utilization will also grow. If it reaches to 80%, we will give a condition, so add one instance or two instances. Then what will happen, it will add additional instances to our backend target group, okay. That how we will add, we will see. And scale in means we are defining, if my CPU utilization is below 40% or 40%, then remove and keep a minimum instances in my auto scaling group. That auto scaling group, whatever the minimum instance is there, that are adding the defaultly to a target group, and those two instances only served by the internet incoming traffic. In auto scaling, there are two types of scalings, two types of scaling. So what are the types? So one is horizontal, and second one is vertical. So in real time production, if your application don't want any downtime, okay, then we will use horizontal scaling. That means adding additional servers, here increasing server capacity. That means, let me navigate here. So horizontal scaling, how it will work? Horizontal scaling, so what will happen, whenever any load comes, what will happen? Come on, it will add additional instances over here. In the same way it will do in other availability zone as well, okay. Like this it will add, and it will distribute the load to these additional instances also. This type of scaling is called horizontal scaling, okay. That means T2 large plus again here what will happen, it is adding, it means plus T2 large, again it will there like plus T2 large, whatever the instance configuration you are giving, with the same configuration it will add additional instances. But where comes to the, that means adding the servers, adding additional servers, here increasing the server capacity. What it will do, okay, you understand about horizontal scaling. Now what we will do, we will see how the horizontal scaling, vertical scaling will work. You guys already know how horizontal and vertical. Just I will just give one more idea. In real times, see, this is how it will looks like. Okay, this is horizontal. I'll name it as H horizontal. This scaling is vertical scaling. Okay, now vertical scaling means whatever the size of the instance is there, that size of the instance we are increasing t2 large to what is the size, next size it will go t to x large, okay, t to x large it will increase. So for this one there is a flaw in this scaling. What is the flaw? So if you want to increase the server size, then you need to stop your server and you need to resize it. Okay, remember this one. So if when we will use this one, even your production system goes down, you don't have any worries on that, then you can go and you can use this type of scaling. But in real scenarios, wherever you are having your application 24/7, you need to high availability, your application need to be run, then we will go with the horizontal scaling. Okay, these are the main concepts in auto scaling, how the auto scaling will work. Okay, so to create, so you'll have one more doubt. So here I have one server, and what is the next server will come. So how the configuration is there, for that server. For that one, what we will do, we will just create a backup and we'll create a image from the one server. So what we will do, simply we'll go here to the EC2 mission. So we will create one EC2 mission, or else already I have one EC2 mission. Okay, let us take server 1. Server 1 I'm having of some IP address. In this IP address, if you see, my website is already running. Okay, this website I need to serve, even 10 members or 1000 members will come. That time what will happen, automatically my auto scaling will keep increasing the servers with the help of the base image. For that one, what we need to do, we need to create a base image here with the, assume this is master server. Okay, master server, just save this. Okay, I don't want this server 2 for now. Okay, let it be. So this is, assume this is master server. Okay, actions, in actions you will see image and template. From this image and template you need to create a AMI. Okay, AMI name, give the name of your AMI. So AMI ASG image description, you can give any description. So it is my initial image with latest app configuration. So if you give this one, that is, to remember it will be very easy. With the application configuration. So here no reboot is there. Okay, if you are working on something, you need that system. Okay, you don't want to reboot, then you just don't go with the, just enable this option, then your system will be not rebooted. So if you want to reboot, so why we need to reboot, because all the files will be inconsistent and like persistent, and it will take the image. Okay, then just go that one and just create image. just create image. So your image is creating right now. Okay, so after creating AMI, yeah, so now AMI is in creating stage or pending stage, it will comes into creating. So let this come AMI for auto scaling group. So to create auto scaling group, we need either launch configuration or launch template. Launch template. So launch template is the advanced one. Launch configuration is also like a previous configuration, previous one. So you can go with any of this option. So for now, we will go with the launch template. So launch template is nothing but just we are defining whenever auto scaling is creating any additional instances. So we are configuring a launch template. In the template, what are these parameters we will have, what are the parameters it needs to be launched my EC2 instance, that we will define in that launch template. Assume what is the operating system and what is the base image where my application is running, that is AMI, Amazon machine image, and what is the instance type, and second one is which VPC I want to, and what is the security group, and what is the volume size, and if you have any IAM roles, then all the things we will define, and we will create a template and we will keep it. Whenever any new requirement is there with auto scaling group, it will defaultly add with the help of this launch template. New instances it will create and it will add to our template. Okay, so new template. So template name you will give. So my LT launch template version description. So template will create versions. You don't want to create multiple times multiple templates with the name, same name, it will create 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So this you can give shell launch template LT. Okay, just if you choose this option, it will give the what is the guidances you need to create this launch template. So if you want to give any tags for this template, you can go and give that, or else you leave that one default one. And here what we'll do, AMI, the name of the machine image, AMI machine image, we need to give whatever we have created. My AMI ASG, I think I given. Yes, this is the one. Okay, just you click on that one and choose instance type. So what is the instance type your auto scaling group need to be created? Okay, I will go with the T2 micro because it is eligible for free tier. T2 micro is eligible for free tier. And what is the key pair you want? If you want to log into the server, so if you have that key pair mechanism already you are implemented in your scenarios, you can go with that, or else without key pair also you can create. So I am going with the my existing key pair. And where do you need to install your servers, which VPC? Okay, if you have multiple VPCs, you go with that and you can choose. Okay, I think this is the one I need to go. This is a security group where I need to, this security group is created under this VPC. Okay, see if you see here under storage, we got one volume, that is the root volume, which is coming with the help of our AMI. While creating the AMI, we have this root volume also with the master server. So whatever the configuration is the master server, everything will come with the AMI and this image. If you want to add any network interface, let's go and add it. And for now, it's not required. View launch template. So my template is now ready. Okay, in the template, we have configured what is the instance type and what is the AMI and what is the security group and key pair I have configured, and storage also we have given resource tags, and these are we didn't specify. Then if you want to give any IAM role, IAM instance profile, you can come and you can give here, but you don't know IAM profile, so let us explain in future classes, and then whenever you're practicing you can go with that. Now what is that auto scaling group? Okay, before I create auto scaling group, I want to show you something in the load balancers. Okay, Go to the load balancer. Okay, we'll take this load balancer, my load balancer, and we'll go to the listeners. What is the listeners? What is the backend targets is there? We will see, and we will test with the load balancer endpoint also before we remove. Okay, so this is the target group where we have targets. We have two targets here. Okay, two targets here, and master server also is there. Slave server also is there. What we will do before we test, before we create auto scaling group. Okay, auto scaling group here we have it. Okay, let me navigate to the load balancer. Come on. So this is the load balancer we are discussing about. My LB, just take the DNS name and go here. Just give here what is the content we are getting. Just we need to verify that. That's it. My load balancer 754253 US1 is not working. What is the problem with this? Listeners, and okay, it needs to be work. Both are healthy. Okay, both are healthy, so it needs to work. Let us see why it is not working. Okay, no problem. If it is not working, we don't want to spend more time on that one. And what we will do, just create a new load balancer. Okay, create load balancer, and this is so load balancer with ASG auto scaling group. Okay, we are testing with the auto scaling group. Already, already, like we have done already many times. What and all we need to choose while creating the load balancer. We have done multiple times. So you need to create your load balancer in public subnet. Just next configure security group. Okay, yes, existing one is fine for me. Creating new one is again okay. Here in the target group also I'll go with the new target group. Okay, so here is the target group TZ auto scaling group target group. Okay, remaining default settings leave it, and next register targets. So at the moment I don't want to register any targets. Okay, next review and create. Okay, now I have closed this one. Okay, now let me go here. Okay, now load balancer ASG I have created, right? Now if you see here load balancer ASG, take the DNS name and you just fetch with here. You won't get anything because in backend we don't have any target groups, right? Backend we don't have any target groups. If you go to the listeners and you can verify ASGTG, nothing is there in the ASGTG in the targets. Just click on this one, go to the targets. Okay, no register targets. We need to register the targets, but here we don't. So here we won't register. Auto scaling will register the targets here. So let us see how it will register. Okay, so whenever it register, what we need to get? So we need to get whatever there in the master server. Okay, let us go here, instances. You guys already saw, right, what is there in the master server. Okay, master server content is, you just go and verify here. This is the master server content. The same content we need to get even if you add in the auto scaling group while creating the auto scaling group also. Okay, yes, as I mentioned, see, minimum size we will keep. Minimum size is 1 or 2, and maximum size is we will keep as per our requirement. See, desired capacity we will keep always, and scale out as needed. Okay, whenever we require, it will add the 2 instances to the maximum limit whenever it reaches the maximum limit. just create auto scaling group. As I mentioned, to create auto scaling group, you need two options. You have two options here. So here I'll give my auto scaling group and switch to launch configuration. If you don't want to go with the launch template, by default launch template is coming because it is advanced one. If you want to switch to old launch configuration, then you can just click on this one and go here. So now I'm continuing with the launch template. If you click on the drop down, you got my launch template here, which we have created now. And what are the parameters we created under the launch template? We have provisioned that it will show here. And next, what are the settings you need to do? We have some options. Whenever auto scaling is launching new instances, we will go with the on-demand instance or any multiple instance types, that is spot instances also. Okay, spot instances and on-demand, both we will go and purchase. That option is there. Okay, we are not running any production workload and we need to go with the adhere to launch template. Yes, I know how this on-demand and spot will work, so I'm going with the adhere and adhere to launch template. So here I need to choose my VPC. Okay, not the default one. I will use the subnet. Which subnet I want to use? Where my applications, where my EC2 server needs to create. My EC2 server needs to create in my in my private environment, not in a public environment. Okay, please keep in that mind. In real times we will do in the private environment only, not in the public environment. Okay, next. Okay, so you are creating the auto scaling, creating the instances, and this needs to be add to your load balancer by default, but it won't directly add to the load balancer. Where our EC2 instances will be there, it will be under our target group, attached to an existing load balancer. Okay, or if you want to create a new load balancer, so we'll go with the attached to an existing load balancer. Choose from your load balancer target groups if you are going with the application network or gateway load balancer. If you are going with the classic load balancer, directly you need to choose load balancer only. There is no target group concept. Okay, we are going with the application one. Just go with the ASG for target group. Auto scaling target group we have created, that we will go. Here we have the health checks option. Okay, health check grace period. The amount of lifetime until EC2 auto scaling performs the first health check on the new instance after they are put into the service. That means once the instance comes into the in service, that means it is running or healthy state, running state, then it will put into the target group. That time, what is the time it will need to verify? Okay, so defaultly they given the 5 minutes, so we'll go with the 5 minutes, 300 seconds. Okay, additional settings, optional monitoring, enable group metrics collection within the CloudWatch. If you want to enable additional settings, monitoring, just you can click on this monitoring and you can go with that option. Next, desired capacity. How many you want desired capacity to? Minimum also. Minimum and desired needs to be same. It should, desired should not be less than the minimum. Okay, maximum we can keep 4 instances. Okay, and choose whether to use scaling policy to dynamically resize your auto scaling group to meet the changes on demand. Yes, we want to choose this scaling options. Okay, as per our requirement, as per our utilization, this auto scaling needs to be create multiple instances to serve the incoming traffic. So target tracking policy. Okay, so here we have two options. Okay, scaling policies, target tracking policy, only one is there, another one is there, simple scaling policy is there. Okay, what we will do, if you choose the target tracking policy, what will happen? We need to define what is the average CPU utilization you want to keep. Metric type. See, we will go with the average CPU utilization of our particular server. Okay, particular server. Our EC2 machines is there, right? For that one, average CPU utilization is there 50%. Then what will happen? It will add additional servers. If it is less than that, it will keep the minimum instances, what are the desired we have kept. Okay, this one seconds warm up before including in metric. Okay, by defaultly 300 is there, we will go with the 120 seconds. It is only 2 minutes. Okay, disable scale into create only scale out policy. That means here we are only giving to create only scale out. Scale out means only adding the instances. We are not remove, we are if you choose this option, it won't remove the instances. Okay, if you are, it is not removing, then what is the problem here? Okay, assume now there is a teaser is released, Vakil Shop trailer is released. Okay, now what will happen, all the users will come here. Whenever all the users is coming, my EC2 servers are keep adding depending upon the request. Okay, depending upon the utilization, it is keep adding in the both the availability zones. Now, so everything is done. So first day is completed, second day is completed. Now there is no users, like there is no much traffic on my Vakil Shop Trezor. Then what will happen, these 6 servers is keep on running. 6 servers I want to pay, assume T2 large, per day we are paying somewhere around $3, per month $90 we are paying. 2 servers $180, it is fine, but because we need that many minimum 2. But if you are keeping 6 instances, that means 4 times of you need to pay additionally for 4 instances. That means you are somewhere approximately you are paying $600 additionally, even though it is there is no traffic, if you are not enabling this option. That means if less traffic also, you need to reduce the servers. That is where scaling is option is there. Okay, if you enable this one, your servers won't be deleted if there is no traffic. Instance scaling protection, it protects from the scaling is enabled. Newly launched instances will be protected from scaling by default. That means we have options here. If you enable this one, newly launched instances whatever is there, that will be not deleted, that will not be deleted. Whenever any new instances is added, that won't be deleted if there is no demand, if there is no more traffic, it will go and delete the older instances, it will keep the new instances. That is as per our requirement we will keep. And if something goes wrong, if utilization is increasing but auto scaling will add the instances, you don't want to worry. Assume you have only 2 instances now, 2 instances, and there is some sales is there, that time automatically CPU utilization is increased. At the midnight also your auto scaling will launch the additional instances. Okay, but what has happened in the midnight, how you will get to know? Okay, just if you add the notification, it will send the email or message to you or your monitoring team or endpoint end users who is using or who is the owner of this infrastructure. Okay, for that one we have option to add SNS notification to add SNS notification. SNS is a simple notification service in AWS which sends the notification to any event success occurs as per our defined protocol or prototype. Okay, so add notification, we'll add notification and we'll see. Yeah, I have 2 notifications here already. Just I'll go with the test SNS. Okay, this already I have created. Okay, and just next I'll show you how to create SNS also in upcoming sessions. No worries. Just create review and create auto scaling group. So if you see here, minimum instances is 2, desired instance also 2, maximum we kept 4. So what is the instances it is running, it will show here. If you click on this auto scaling group, we have multiple options. What is the details? What is the details you have given to your auto scaling group? What is the purchasing options? Everything it will go. So activity, in this activity you can see what is the activity occurs. Okay, launch, terminate, fail to launch, fail to launch. Okay, activity notifications, it will send to any notification this SNS topic on the whenever instance launch or terminate, fail to launch or fail to terminate. It will send an email to Okay, let me open my email. And automatic scaling. Here you can see what is the policies we have applied. Scaling policies, target tracking policy we have applied, and the scheduled actions. Okay, like it is very important, scheduled actions, like if you whenever I return a solution architect exam, they asked one question on the scheduled actions. Okay, so there is some kind of scenario. There is a specific traffic to the users. Specific, assume you are going to the company, you are going to the your company opens at 9 to 9 o'clock, and your user, you are swiping your cards, id cards in the company. Okay, at the 9, your office timing is 9 to 5. Okay, so you are not going outside after logging in. So assume your company is having some 1 lakh members, so all the 1 lakh members will come on only at 9 to 10 only. So this time what will happen, generally, if you want to capture that you were swiping data also, you need to have some servers. For that one, here you can schedule the actions. So to take the 1 lakh 1 lakh users swipe records, you need to just increase your compute capacity at 845. So before, whenever users coming, with the help of schedule action, and you can schedule this you can schedule with the help of schedule actions on a particular time you want to add additional servers. Okay, and you will remove that. So how to create that one schedule action? See here, give a name to it. So my swipe. Okay, and desired capacity, how many you want to keep? Okay, 20 servers you want to keep. Minimum 20, maximum 20. So recurrence, so once are every day or every week. Okay, you need to choose this one. Okay, and when it needs to be started. Okay, the timing also you need to give here. Then it will create that one, and it will add additional servers, and there is no issues whenever any users coming on a specific time, or that is a scheduled time. That type of scenarios you need to go with the scheduled scaling policy. Okay, keep in mind this one. Okay, so here I'm having additional policy, add policy, I want to verify. Okay, if you see here, while creating we are getting only target policy. Now we are getting simple scaling also. In simple scaling you can define, so CPU utilization increases. Okay, what is the CloudWatch alarm test? CPU utilization already we have, and here we have. Okay, here we have, if the CPU utilization greater than or equals to 60 for one consecutive period of 300 seconds, that means 5 minutes, for the instance ID, take the action. So if it is greater than 60 percentage, what we are doing? Adding how many servers you want to add? 2 servers you want to add, just go with that one. And what is the wait period? Okay, wait period seconds before allowing another scaling activity. How much time you want to wait? If the utilization is still 60 percentage, so next two instances needs to add, right? For that, what is the time you need to give? Okay, for that one also you just create default one only. Okay, so while creating there is no simple scaling policy. Now we have scaling policy, right? Okay, that is the option we have. We can create that option we have. We can go and we can use that option as per our requires. I don't want now, so for that one what I will do, I'll just delete that policy, simple scaling policy. I'll go with the target tracking policy. So when you create target tracking policy, it will verify the average value of 50 only. Okay, if it will create both the values, either minimum and average both it will test, and it will, depending upon the requirement, it will add or remove the instances. Okay, now if you go to the activity again, activity, if you see here activity history, it is launched 2 instances. Why it is launched 2 instances? We kept In auto scaling, minimum is 2 instances. So that is the reason it is added 2 instances. 2 instances launched successfully. Now these 2 instances needs to be added to our register target group also. If you see here, earlier there is no target groups here. I mean, it is not added to our target group. Now it needs to, you can see details, targets, what is happening. Okay, if you see here, it is added, but it is showing health check is failed. Why it is health check is failed? So we will wait for some more time. Why? Because it is taking 5 minutes, right? It is not verified the health check of this instance after that particular time. We'll wait for some more time and we will able to see. Meanwhile, this auto scaling group target, this ASG TG is directly attached to our load balancer. ASG load balancer, right? Load balancer ASG. Load balancer ASG. If you go here and if you click here, you will get to know what is the issue. See here, it is showing 502 bad gateway. Okay. Okay. Well, I got the answer. I got the issue here. I got the issue here. Why this is happened? Why this has happened? You know, I will tell you. I will tell you. I'll go to the EC2 instances. If you see, additional 2 instances added here. Okay, there is no name here, right? We will give name for here, ASG, and save auto scaling group. Here also I will give ASG. Why the instances are showing unhealthy here? Because of application is not running inside of that servers. Okay, how we will verify whether the application is running or not? So let us take public IP of this one. You can just verify here whether application is running. Means, see, it is not coming. The same way, our master server you can take. In the master server, application is running. I think in master also it is not running because we given the option as reboot. Okay, but whenever we created the server, I think in master also it won't work. Okay, it is working here. Okay, it is not working in the slave servers. So master it is working, in slaves it is not working. Means what you need to do now, what you need to do here, you need to log into this mission, any of the ASG mission, and you need to just, okay, we'll navigate to the first mission. We'll copy this IP and navigate to putty, log into the putty now. Okay, just load this and log into this mission. Just open this. Yes, I want to open. Okay, you can just verify this status of our application. What is our application? Our application is Nginx application. So system ctl Nginx status, Nginx status, unknown operator, Nginx. Okay, status Nginx. Okay, system ctl status, sorry, my bad, Nginx. See, Nginx server is inactive and it is in dead mode. Okay, so what I will do, that is something problem with my my Nginx only. Okay, I need to enable even if the system is rebooted. Okay, for that one what I will do, I'll just log into the master only first. Master only. What is the master IP? This is the master one. Just navigate to putty again. Putty. Just load this session and use this. Just open this. Okay. Now, if you verify here, same command, system ctl status Nginx, it is working. I mean, it is active and running. That is the reason our server in master it is perfectly fine. So why it is not coming in the slave? Because of I didn't enable Nginx. For even reboot also it needs to be run. Okay, new instance is coming, right? Check config Nginx on. Okay, fail to execute operation because of I am not a authorized person to do that one. For that one, what I need to do is sudo. So now it is created. It is created on Simulink. So even if you reboot also, your Nginx won't go into the dead state. So for now, what we need to do, we have enabled in master. Again, what we need to do, we need to modify the changes into the slave instances. How we will do? Just create a image, create image, give the image name ASZ AMI1. Okay, here what we will give, Nginx auto start enabled, auto start enabled. Okay, Nginx auto start is enabled. No reboot. You don't want to reboot, just go with that, or else you just leave it one. This will reboot, no problem. Just create image. Now it is rebooted. Server will be reboot. If you choose no reboot, no reboot. Okay, now AMI is creating here. If you go to this AMI space, AMI tab, these are the my AMIs. You can see under my AMIs, this is owned by me because I have created. If you see, owned by me, my AMI is creating now. If you close this one, we will have two AMIs which is created earlier also. This is the AMI we have created. Now what we need to do, we need to take this AMI copy, we need to go to the launch template again. Launch template, where is our launch template? We'll just modify in the launch template, modify in the launch template, modify in the launch template. Just click on this one, just modify the template, actions, modify the template, and it will create new version of our template. Just give the description here why we are creating a new template of version. So Nginx, yes, this server is rebooted because we didn't choose the option not reboot, no reboot option while creating the AMI. That is the reason it is now it is just rebooted. So Nginx auto start enabled. Just we are giving a description to remember what we have made the changes. And what we need to change here, we need to change AMI also, right? We need to change the AMI. Just give the AMI, come on, delete. So ASZ AMI1, this is the AMI we have created, and remaining configurations we don't want to touch it. Just create a template version. It will create a new template version. Okay, view launch templates. If you see here, default version is 1, latest version is 2. Okay, if you use default version in the auto scaling group, it will go and it will create the older version, older AMI configuration only. So choose the latest version. Latest version is 2. Just navigate to the auto scaling group. Auto scaling group, you remember in auto scaling group, if you enable to take the version as latest, you don't want to go all the times to the auto scaling group. Okay, if you see here, launch configuration is in the down. Okay, here launch template. If you see the version is default version is there. Default version is 1, right? It will take only 1 and it will deploy. If you do the changes also, it won't occur. For that reason, what we'll do, just give the latest. Whenever you are doing any changes, it is created latest version and it will pick the latest version while deploying the new EC2 instances, right? Just now updated. Now what we will do, these two instances are not working, right? These two are the not working. That means in these instances, there is no Nginx is running. Already we verified, just for your understanding. Again we will go and we'll verify with the, come on, with the public IP of both the machines. Okay, where is this instance? Okay, I'll go to the second ASZ instance. Okay, and I'll copy the second ASZ public IP also, second instance public IP, and I will just fetch with this one. I won't get anything here. I won't get anything here. Okay, for both the IPs I am not getting anything. So for that, why it is not coming? Because in the EC2 machines there is no Nginx is enabled. So now what I will do, I will terminate these two instances forcefully terminate. Okay, If I terminate, what will happen? I'll just terminating here. I'm not doing anything else. I'm not doing anything. I'm just terminated. You will just keep monitor what will happen. Okay. Okay, easy to dashboard and go to the instances running only. So instances running will take only instances which are running mode. Okay. Okay, these are the two running instances I have now. I don't have any ASG instances. Okay, that we will verify in the auto scaling group as well. So we have terminated two instances, that is either terminated by the server or any other thing else. It will everything it will be captured here in the auto scaling group. You can see here the activity history. So first two activities is successfully created and already we terminated. That is the reason it is also showing a terminated. Instance was taken out of service due to health check is failed, because the instance load balancer is verified and there is no instance. See, launching new instance, because one instance is terminated, default it is launching another instance because we have kept two instances is minimum. So one instance is terminated means it will have only one, right? So it will always trying to keep minimum two instances. That is the reason it is created one more instances, that is 95e. If you go to the instances, just refresh here, see 95e came now. Okay, this is, you can name it as ASG, auto scaling group instance. Okay, 95e is coming and it is initializing. Okay, and the same way we will verify our other EC2 machine as well. So if you see here, now three instances is there in that instance auto scaling group, because one is added, two is already there. It will be terminated in the some time. Just go to edit. If you have any other additional options here, you can modify that as per your requirement. Okay. I think all we have done. Advanced configuration also we have, everything is there. Okay. Just cancel this and we'll wait for the two instances. It will add to our load balancer and target group. Okay, now you can see here successfully launched 595. Another instance also it is terminated and it is added new instance B10DB. B10DB. Just refresh here. You can see another one B10DB. So this is how auto scaling will automatically scale the or maintain minimum capacity at always. Now this one instance is came now, and if you go and verify in the load balancer or target group, this new instances need to visible there. That will be up and running, right? That is the reason ASG auto scaling group. Just click on this, go to the targets, and if you navigate down, see now both instances are healthy because of our application is running. Now you can go and verify even from the no, not from this one. Why? Because this server is terminated, right? So no public IP will be same for one new instance also. Now what we will do, we need to test with the load balancer endpoint. So what is the load balancer endpoint here? Load balancer endpoint. I'll take the load balancer endpoint, load balancer ASG endpoint, and I'll go and I'll verify with load balancer endpoint. You can see here we are getting the content here. So we will get the same content, right? Whenever you are browsing your website, you need to get the same content because your application need to be same in the backend. Okay. And you are accessing ICICI Bank application, you are getting HDFC means that is a not a good idea. You need to have your website, your application across all the instances the same. So that is the reason we kept in the two instances same application. So for a change, what we will do, just navigate to again EC2 instances, And we said, right, if the utilization is there, it needs to be added additional instances, right? That also we need to test it. Okay, for that one, what we will do, just navigate again to the master instance. Let us take the IP of master. I think here master server is there. Yes. Okay, just refresh, reload this session, just restart session. Okay, come on, not this one. I think this is something else. 52215. Okay, so Windows putty, and just load this keypad and log into the machine. Is open. Okay, now assume now this is your production application. This is your already production application. Your company ask, or your team is asked, there you need to insert something else in this website. So how can you do without any downtime? Okay, let us go to that, and we will perform, and we will do the load test also. Both the things we will do simultaneously. Okay, for that one, first we need to log into the master server, and now we are in the master server. So what is the content we need, our company is required to change? User share nginx html index.html, and you need to use with the sudo, or else it won't allow you to change the files. Okay, what I'll do here, I want to add one more image tag here. Okay, one more image tag. Okay, let us get that one into AWS auto scaling group, ASG. Okay, let me navigate to images. Any one image we will add there. Okay, this one will add. Okay, copy image address. Just navigate to the server, and I want to copy as like this. For that one, YYP you need to press, same line will be come, and in the colons, just remove this existing image entry, just paste the new entry here. Okay, now it is done. Okay, escape and WQ. We will verify whether it is coming in the master server or not, just for understanding. Okay, this is the master IP. Let's go here, just paste here. Yes, you see here, this also came. This is the changes your company needs to be deployed in the production. So this is our production website. Okay, here you are not getting how these changes will occur, how these changes will reflect in your production website. This is in your master server, it is not in production. This is for testing purpose you have kept. Now the same changes you need to be present in your slaves also, that means your auto scaling group instance also. Okay, so before that I want to install sudo install stress. Nothing to do, stress stress. Okay, there is a stress is there. Okay, to apply the load test on our Amazon Linux, right, we will use. Okay, so what I given, sudo install install stress stress, correct only, right, I give. Okay, I'll give this option also. Okay, epl-y. Okay, then what I will do, sudo Amazon Linux. I'm using Amazon Linux. Okay, Linux extras install EPL repository EPL EPEL -y. So this is not a valid option. Try help. Sudo Amazon Linux extras install apl-y. What is the problem with this? Okay, actually this will work, I think, but it is not working. Amazon Linux extras install apl-y. Come on, why it is not option? Okay, sudo Amazon Linux extras install apl-y. Okay, I think in earlier command I given some wrong, so that is the reason it is not downloading. Yeah, now we will install that. Sudo m install stress, sudo m install stress -y. So stress is nothing but just we will need to apply the load on this machine. That is the reason I'm installing stress. I'm trying to install. So to install that one, first we need to update that EPL repository, or we need to install that one. So that is the reason I have done. So earlier I was doing some error we got, right? Okay, now everything is fine. Just I'll press stress here whether it is installed or not. Yes, it is there. Okay, now what we will do, now we have the changes right here in this test mission. We have these changes. We need to implement the same changes in the production. Assume this is my production website. There I am need to apply. Okay, you need to understand the logic wherever you are applying. Okay, that's it. Go to the instance. So this is the master instance. Just navigate to the actions. Again you need to create the image name. Create image and give the image name as AMI ASG AMI2 and here what will go. So updated code and installed stress. That is for your understanding only. Okay, I want to reboot my server. Okay, while creating to get the complete effect of my application. Just create image. Okay, I have created image now. Okay, just go to dashboard and just choose the instances running only. There is no confusion on that one. Okay, EC2. Now we don't want to go with the load balancer. Just go to the launch template. You need to modify in the launch template. That's it. Remaining things automatically it will upload in the backend. I mean in the auto scaling group. Just go to the actions, modify the template version. Okay, just if you want to give this, just updated code and stress installed. Just description for your understanding. Now this AMI we need to modify, but this one ASG AMI sorry. Okay, AMI ASG, yes, you can see here AMI2. This one I want to use. Remaining things what I will do, I will go, no resource tags are currently included. Okay, I want to give the tag to this instance. Okay, so what is the tag I'm giving? Name. This one I will give ASG instance. This needs to be applicable for my newly coming instances. Okay, just create template version. create template version, just view launch template. So it is already created template version. You don't want to go and modify in the auto scaling group, because already we kept in auto scaling launch template need to be takes latest version. Okay, it will take the version 2. If you click on this one, just navigate down, it will shows you always latest. What is the latest version here? 2. 2 will take and it will install. Okay, so now what I'll do, I will just terminate one instance, existing ASG instance, one instance I'll terminate. Okay, just terminate this instance. Yes, terminate. I want to terminate this instance. Okay, it is setting down. Okay, give some time, 1 or 2 minutes, it will come new instance with new code. Okay, ASG server also will come. We given already tag, right? You don't want to come and give the tag here. We will verify what is the difference between the first server and second server, how we will apply our changes in the production if you are doing this way. Okay, without any downtime, you can modify your application code or application, and you can deploy with the help of this configuration. Then you won't have any downtime. Okay, meanwhile this will come, we'll navigate to my email address, and we will see whether I got received the. Yes, you can see here I am receiving the SNS notification that this EC2 instances are created. See, even now also I received one message that it is telling one instance is the terminated, instance change notification. Whenever I said instance changes is there, then notify me. State is terminated here. Now I will get one more notification that your instance is terminated. Okay, terminated, change, any action is happening, I am notifying with the help of SNS, right? That is what I am getting the notification here. Okay, SNS at amazon.aws.com. Okay, let us navigate to, again I got one more message here. If you see, earlier message was like this is in pending state. First it will go to in pending state, after some time it will go into the running state, and it is created the volume also. What is the request ID? Everything we will get, everything we will get, but depending upon your requirement and um, your interest, you can configure this one. Okay, and we have created in auto scaling also separate, auto scaling also we have created separate notification. Okay, any launch or terminate from the auto scaling group, you will get a notification also, right? That depends upon again your interest. Okay, navigate to instances, just refresh here, you will see ASG instance is added. Now it is initializing. ASG instance is 52956, 52596, right? 52596. If you go to the auto scaling activity history, activity, under that you have activity history. See, right, 52596 is successfully added. So it is added only one instance, because one instance only we terminated. Now two are designed, minimum is minimum also two. So now what we will do, we will just navigate our production website. Assume this is my production. I'll just reply. See, refresh. This time I have got this one. I'm just again refreshing. It is going to another server, which is old configuration. Okay, old configuration. For this reason, without any downtime, we are doing our changes in the production. So for this, what we need to do, we need to go and terminate this instance also. Then we will get the changes. You understood, I think. Okay, without any downtime, we are making the changes in the production. See, this is terminated now. We are getting 502 bad gateway, because it is this is sent to request to the another instance. Okay, sometimes only it will send it, not all the times, only one request, or by the time the backend will be, the it is healthy, but whenever you are sending this request, right, by the time that will be in unhealthy state, so that time only we will get the request, but ELB won't send the request to the healthy backend, I mean unhealthy instances. It will send only request to the healthy instances. That you need to keep in mind. Okay, now I have launched this instance here, and with the help of this one, I'm getting the my new instance. But only we have pending one thing. Whenever any load is there, then automatically my server, my auto scaling group needs to be add additional instances, right? That is the our main agenda that we need to see now. See, now we have two instances is minimum, maximum is 4. Now what we will do, we will navigate to this server. First server we will navigate. Okay, and we will apply some load on that server. Okay, how we will apply the load? Just go to putty, go to the server. We have an option, but we don't have any users, right, to generate from the DNS from the load balancer. That is the reason we are generating some traffic in the server itself with the help of stress. Okay, just log into the server. I logged in now. I have logged in now here. Control L. I'll just press stress here. Example command also they given. You don't want to worry about that. Okay, just take that one entirely and copy here, and I want to give not 10 seconds, I want to give 10 minutes. Okay, and I will execute this one. So now it is, now it will add the load into the this mission, add load into this mission. You just wait to wait, and you will able to understand whether this server is, if you observe, one more server is added here, one more server is added here, two servers minimum is added. I will connect to this mission also, and I will apply stress on that EC2 mission as well. Okay, putty again, just click on the session, just load it and give the IP address of the server and navigate to that server. Just log into that server, yes, and you just verify the stress. Just use the same command. No, not this one. Something I'll give here like 20 minutes. Okay, timeout is, I'll give space 20 minutes. I mean minutes, here seconds is there. I don't want to give only for 10 seconds. Okay, I want to keep on continuously give for 20 minutes. Just press enter. Okay, now my two servers are added here. If you see here, two servers, new servers is added, ASG instance and ASG instance. It is created by auto scaling group. Now we are applied load on these two missions. Okay, let us verify that also. Let us verify how much load is there in these two instances. Let's navigate to, okay, I think I need to wait till this running. Yeah, both are running, no worries. Let us navigate down, little down. You can see here, this under this monitoring, we are having CPU utilization, right? CPU utilization is there. Again we will discuss about this CloudWatch monitoring in the upcoming sessions. Then you will understand what is this metrics and all. Okay, but time being you just see the graph and you can understand easily. But it will refresh every 5 seconds. I mean every 5 minutes it will refresh this CloudWatch CPU utilization. So we need to wait for some time, and we will able to see the spikes on this utilization. If you see here, one server came new server, it is almost around 46% utilization is there, and another server is 0.08 server 08. Okay, we'll wait for some more time. It will keep the load on the other server as well. Okay, we executed in the two servers, right? Stress test, yes, we executed on the two servers, and we need to monitor ASG as well, whether the instances is adding or not. Okay, I think it is added one more instance. I think it is not added. I think it is terminated new instance, right? That was it is counting. So maximum 4 instances we have. Maximum 4 instances. It will go to another. It will add another 2 instances also, depending upon our utilization. Okay. There are a lot of things we need to configure while doing this complete end-to-end application configuration. So first we need to have our VPC, everything is ready, and the servers and everything. We need to get the application code from the developing team, and we need to establish this infrastructure with the help of load balancer and domain name. And then you need to configure the auto scaling groups and this and all. This is how actual our application life cycle will be. Actual application will work in the real time also. Nothing is different. The only code is different. Code is as per the company's requirement. Okay, now the two instances is there. Now we need to wait for the utilization, CPU utilization. Already we applied the stress, just we need to wait and watch. That's it. So both the instances are running. Yes, both are running and both are past the health checks as well. Now CPU utilization. So I have done a mistake. I would have taken the CPU utilization also for 1 minute instead of taking. Yeah, you can see here for one instance the CPU utilization reached to 78.7, and another instance also it will come. Another instance also will come. So already it is in 47. Okay, you see here it is 78, and the other instance metric will be monitored in next threshold, next consecutive period. Okay, we'll go and see is there any changes in the auto scaling group. As of now, no. We'll wait 5 more minutes. We will able to understand whether it is taking effect or not. This is our production load balancer. If you click any times, we'll get the same code because in the two servers we are having the same content. That is the reason we are getting same thing. All right. Yeah. Verify. Okay. So next 5 minutes we will get the update here. Okay, it is monitored at 344 something. Next 5 minutes we will get the exact graph. What is the current utilization and what is the status of our EC2 missions. Okay, you can see here. You can see here right now the 4 instances is added. Desired capacity also it is added to 4 because of our load is there. That is the reason it is added to additional 2 instances. You can see here between desired and actual capacity, increasing the capacity to 2 to 4. Okay, that is what I want to show you. Automatically your, if depending upon your scaling activity, I mean your CPU utilization, scaling activity will takes into place and it will add additional instances to into our load balancing, right? You can see here first server is 99.97 and 78.70. It is by defaultly taken. Now you can see here also, you can see here also additional two server also came, additional two servers also came into picture. So 4 total servers came. These 4 servers will be added directly into the target group as well. Okay, if you go to the target groups here somewhere, yes, here target groups, you can verify that four instances added to these target groups. You see, all four are healthy, and you can verify that and you can test it. All will result in the same one. Okay, this is how actually load balancer and auto scaling together will work. So I will stop this stress now. Okay, I will stop this stress test on these machines, and we will see what will happen in next 5 minutes. Okay, next 5 minutes, what will happen, it will verify the load on the machines and it will trying to reduce as per the required minimum instances. Okay, if there is no load on the server, what will happen, it will again reduce the number of instances and save the cost. So we'll wait for 5 more minutes and we will see how this will be auto scaling actually working. Okay, let's navigate here and go to the instances, choose this instance and go to monitoring. Okay, let us monitor for this two only. See, after you practice, everything you need to delete or else you will be charged. See, today I'm running almost 6 instances. Okay, if you are not running, if you are not terminating these 6 instances, 1 or 2 days you will get to charged. Your bill will be generated and you will able to see the huge amount in your console, billing console. Click on 1 hour. 4 are healthy and running, perfectly running. So this is how actually life cycle will work, application life cycle or infrastructure. Entire end to end, this is how it will looks like in real time scenarios also. Nothing is there, nothing is different. Okay, so both the instances reach to 96 and this will reduce now because we start the stress test, right? It will definitely reduce the utilization and CPU utilization. If it reduces, automatically auto scaling will takes place and it will remove the instances from the target group and auto scaling group as well. See, desired is increased 4, but it should not be less than minimum while creating. If you are creating minimum 2 and desired is you are keeping 1, you will get an error. Okay, let us see anything we need to cover in auto scaling meanwhile. And yeah, instance management. Okay, it will show you how many instances is there and what is the template version it is created with. Okay, yes, I want to clear. Yes, one more thing is there, lifecycle hook. Lifecycle hook is very important whenever you are deploying your code via DevOps. I mean DevOps tools. Now what I'm doing, I'm coming and to the AMI instances and I'm creating AMI for this method and I'm going there and I'm creating launch template every time and I'm updating there. This is like something manually we're doing. If you want to do the same thing in the automated way, then lifecycle hooks will help us. What will happen whenever create a lifecycle hook? Whenever any new changes is there, it will directly deploy into the my 4 instances. I have 4 instances here, right? In these 4 instances, it will deploy directly. It won't take any AMI. Directly from the code, it will directly deploy into this mission. Whenever any new instances is coming, then what will happen? New instances is coming with the older configuration of the launch template, whatever the code is there, that will come, and that instance is adding to the live. Then what will happen? The differences will easily identify. To avoid that one, lifecycle hook what will do, once the instance is comes into the picture, into the auto scaling, first it will deploy the latest code, fresh code into the new instance, and then it will deploy into the target group, and it will serve the target, incoming the request. Okay, that is the lifecycle hook required whenever you are using your DevOps framework to deploy. Lifecycle hooks enables you to auto scaling group to be aware of events in the auto scaling instances of lifecycle, and then perform a custom action when the corresponding lifecycle event occurs. So it will perform the lifecycle custom action, and it will provides a specified amount of time. Okay, with that help of the time, it will by default it takes care, and it will deploy into the that particular EC2 instance. Okay, warm pool and warm pool instances, I think it is new to the yeah, warm pool helps you to balance perform and cost for your application with long fast boot times. Okay, this is something kind of to save the cost, we can enable this create warm pool and warm pool instances. If you created the warm pool, you will get the warm pool instances here. Okay, okay, still the load is there in that server. That is the reason still 4 instances is there. No worries, I'll wait for some more time. So this is the monitoring. Yes, auto scaling monitoring, and EC2 also is there. EC2 view all the monitoring from the EC2. Last 1 hour you can see here this CloudWatch now it is reduce the utilization. We will able to understand whether it is terminating the new instances or not. Okay, wait for 3 more minutes, we will see. By default it will terminate these 2 instances. Come on, stress test is stopped now, even though let us navigate and verify what is the process is running. PS and EF top I will give. What is the top process is running? Yeah, there is no stress is running here. Okay, if you enable for 1 minute monitoring right in the CloudWatch, okay, it won't take that much time, so it will verify for every 5 minutes. So that is the reason it is taking time. So it should have been done for 1 minute only for the monitoring, okay, instead of 5 minutes. See, we have created less than 50, right? I mean greater than 50 for 3 data points within the 3 minutes. But if less than we didn't create it. Target tracking policy is having that type of advantages. If the CPU utilization less than 37.5, okay, for 15 data points, that is the for 15 minutes, okay, that is the reason it is not reducing, okay. If you are creating with the target tracking policy, this is managed by AWS. They will monitor behalf of us. If we given the average value as 50, we given if it is greater than or equals to 50, then it will add the condition. If it is less than, it will take some time to release the instances, okay. Okay, less than, right, this one CPU utilization, see, 37.5. As of now we have only one or two instances, okay. I think it will reduce now. It will reduce. It will reduce now. Okay. Yeah. It will by default it will reduce because of this threshold. It is taking for 15 data points within 15 minutes. So that is the reason it is not taking effect as early as possible. Okay. Yeah, Sandeep. That's it for today. Okay. This will by default after some time it will default it will terminate. Okay. If you have any other work, you can drop off. I will keep recording this session. Once it is done, I will enable this one. Okay. Yes, we can verify here. Now it is reduced to almost less than 30. Now I think our instances will be terminated. Two instances will be terminated. Okay. If you see here, the four instances 0.1, 0.1, 0, 0, something is there. Okay. Now our instances will terminate now. Two instances will terminate in the next consecutive next time. I mean, it is verifying in the next threshold, right? Next interval. That time it will be definitely terminate our two instances. Okay, let's wait for that also, and we will wind up the session later. Activity history. So you can terminate your AMIs and snapshot, everything you can deregister once you are complete the session. Okay, action, deregister, continue. Okay, and you can go to the snapshots and you can verify the snapshots also. For you snapshots also it will be created. See here, these three snapshots you need to delete or else it will be charged for you. Yes, and what else we have? We have any volumes, additional volumes. Okay, six volumes is there. When I terminate EC2 instance, it will terminate for this. This one, don't worries. Okay, okay. If you see here now, the utilization is approximately zero. Approximately zero. There is no utilization on these four instances. Okay, this is the reason. 5 minutes. I will go with 1 minute. We'll see. 1 minute for this particular. 5 minutes only fine for this. No problem. Already it is came right. No worries. If you want to zoom it, just click on this area and you can select like this. It will show what is the utilization. See, all are below less than 4% approximately. I think servers is deleted now. Backend, we'll see instance and just refresh here whether it is terminating or not. We need to check. It is running only. Go to EC2 ASDO scaling group. Just refresh this. Still it is not terminated. Okay, yeah.